History of my oldest ancestors of whom I am very proud descend. The 14th of July, 1080, Ranulf, Lord of Briquessard, Viscount of Bayeux, my 30th grandfather, for times my grandfather, appears testifying in a letter to the Abbey of Lessery, in the Diocese of Coutances. Ranulfo was the great-great-grandfather of Dear Child Rolim, or D0 Rolim, my 26th grandfather, for times my grandfather, English knight nobleman, first Lord of Villar Franca, the first of the surname Rolim, or Rolling, in Portugal. Ranulfo, Lord of Briquessard, Viscount of Bayeux, born in 1050 and died in 1095, was the son of Ranulf le Mesquin, Lord Briquessard, Viscount of Bayeux and Alice of Normandy, paternal grandson of Anquetil, Lord of Briquessard, and maternal grandson of Richard III, Duke of Normandy and Adelaide of France, Countess of Corby and Flanders. Ranulf of Briquessard, or Ranulf the Viscount, was an 11th century Norman nobleman and Viscount. Biography. Ranulf's family was linked to the House of Normandy and the Bishop of Bayeux. He was the most powerful noble in the Besson region. Ranulf married Maud, or Margaret, Le Goz, Viscountess of Avranches, my 30th grandmother, for times my grandmother, daughter of Richard Le Goz, Viscount of Avranches, whose son and successor Hugo of Avranches the Fat, Rolim or Rolling, became 1st Earl of Chester in England around 1070. Ranulf is the same Ranulf the Viscount who witnessed a letter from William I, Duke of Normandy, 1st King of England, my 31st grandfather, 5 times my grandfather, at Caen on June 17, 1066. Ranulf helped preside over a trial in the Curia of King William I, still Duke, in 1076, in which a disputed mill was granted to Mont Saint-Michel Abbey. On the 14th of July, 1080, Ranulf testified in a letter to the Abbey of Lessery, in the Diocese of Coutances, another in the same year addressed to Remigius de Fécamp, Bishop of Lincoln in favour of the Abbey of Pro, and one more in the same period, from 1079 to 1082, for the Abbey of St. Stephen of Caen. His name is attached to a memorandum in 1085, and on the 24th of April, 1089 he testified at a confirmation of Robert Curthose, Duke of Normandy and Earl of Maine for St. Mary of Bayeux, where he appears in a signature below his son's list of witnesses. His son Ranulfo le Mesquin, my 29th grandfather, for times my grandfather, became Governor of Cumberland and later 3rd Earl of Chester. Family and descent. Ranulf, Lord of Briquessard, Viscount of Bayeux, married Maud, or Margaret, Le Goz, Viscountess of Avranches, my 30th grandmother, for times my grandmother, daughter of Richard Le Goz, Viscount of Avranches and Emma de Conteville, and had Helga of Chester, married to Siward Fitz-Dunning. Ranulfo le Mesquin, 3rd Earl of Chester, married to Lucy of Mercia, my 29th grandparents, for times my grandparents. Inès le Mesquin, married to Robert II, Lord of Grandmesnil. William le Mesquin, married to Cecile de Rumilly, Lady of Skipton.